Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast, an alcoholic adventure in cryptids, paranormal, and the occult, coming to you weekly from the heartland of America. Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast. I'm Jason, the analyst, and your favorite host, joined today by...
Brian. I'm the guy that showed up today.
And John, the theorist.
Joining us is our special guest and Marine, Kevin.
Go fuck yourself.
Kevin really wants to be here. He's
Good
having
enough.
a great time, I think. And then
It's just a cramped space and he can't feel his toes.
The diabetes is killing me.
he's not DMing us into the ground. He's unhappy.
Our beer today, also from the Bell's Brewery, is the Hazy India Pale Ale, a pungent American hops combined with wheat and Pilsen malts result in a smooth, aromatic, juicy IPA. Yay, another IPA.
Taste it.
Oh, I like that.
Yep, still sucks.
Oh, I like that one. That one's sweet.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's really sweet.
Not at all. Not even remotely.
This one
Well,
tastes
how
like,
am I the only one who doesn't hate IPAs?
Maybe
Because I hate bitter things.
maybe it's like cilantro.
I
How
love
some people
bitter.
think cilantro tastes good, and some people think it tastes like, grass clippings.
It's not Mexican food without cilantro.
But I think maybe IPA is the same way. I mean, I have no evidence to prove that, but I'm thinking maybe.
It's not
I don't
Mexican
know.
food,
It's one of those
diarrhea.
things. Some people like bitter things. Like I really like black licorice.
You're inhuman. Kill
I
yourself.
love black licorice.
Get out of here, you communist.
And
Just
and-
kill yourself.
I really like anise.
I don't know what anise is.
ANISE.
I don't know what it is still.
It's a spice. It comes from anise root. It's actually what a lot of the flavoring of black licorice comes from. But
Is that what I stole?
the Italians make these anise cookies that at Christmas time. They're really, really good. They're
Okay.
spicy.
So we haven't even gotten to the topic yet.
Who was that?
It's a mystery. Who was it?
Ugh. So, in honor of Kevin's service in Vietnam, I thought I would do something local to Vietnam this time around. We did, he has a long and storied career with the Marines. First World War II, Vietnam War. He's a real credit to our country.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That even made me jump. What the fuck? Okay, so there's really one big cryptid from Vietnam, and that would be the Batutut, or the Rock Ape.
The Batutut.
Yeah. So some of the most mysterious and unusual things occur on battlefields the world over, from unexplained phenomena to ghostly happenings or strange beasts. War can ignite the dark recesses of the human mind with stories of fright and fancy. The Vietnam was no different. American GIs came back with tales of unknown beasts in the jungles of Vietnam. And it seemed that the enemy forces were not the only thing to watch out for in the dense underbrush. A humanoid hairy biped, the likes of which none of them had ever seen.
I'm going to open a tea room called Fright and Fancy, and it's going to be Halloween themed year round.
Yeah, okay.
I love how this is relevant to this situation.
He said Fright and Fancy.
Yeah, the creature would come to be known as the Rock Ape. To those people who lived near the jungles of Vietnam, Laos, and northern Borneo, but most of all within the Vu Quang Nature Reserve, have long told stories of the creature. They know it by many names, such as the Batutut, the Ujit, Ngoi, Rung, roughly meaning jungle people. The creatures was said to be around 6 feet tall, stout, and very muscular, with protruding stomachs and covered in thick, coarse, dark hair.
I know exactly what it is.
My God.
All right. I don't know where this joke's going, but I hope to be part of it.
Oh, look over
Well,
here,
I'm going to
sweetie.
let Jason finish, then I'm going to lay this out. I know exactly what this is.
I lost my fucking place.
You were given the description.
All right, yeah. So give me that description again.
I'm trying to
Piece
find
by
it on a
piece.
piece of paper.
On the folding phone.
I feel like this
Yeah.
is going to be an insult to me.
Yeah,
It's
Because you're not
not.
paying attention.
Okay,
It
yeah.
wasn't.
Roughly meaning jungle people, the creature was said to be around 6 feet tall,
Kevin.
stout,
Kevin.
and very muscular,
Maybe Kevin.
with protruding stomachs and covered in
Kevin.
thick, coarse, dark hair.
Kevin.
So, further proof of his service in Vietnam.
So let's get this right here. Vietnam ended. But at the time, Lance Corporal Kevin was missing in action. Did not know the war had ended.
Is this a...
Eventually, ran out of supplies, ran out of ammunition. So he had no other choice but to hide in the woods and throw rocks at the enemy, not knowing that this was over.
What about
It's
all
never
the...
over. Him being so large and hairy, not normal for the area. I mean, do you know a lot of Vietnamese with a whole lot of body hair?
What about all the reports of them throwing rocks at American soldiers?
He was confused. He thought they were going to blow his cover. So Kevin hid out in the forests, in the jungles of Vietnam.
He was just running through the jungles in a diabetic rage, just throwing rocks at everybody.
Yes,
that came near him.
his sugar was low.
Give me goddamn candy.
Chocolate bar. He took the chocolate bars from Marines on patrol like a true ass.
Like apes, they travel in troops.
I outrank you. Give me the chocolate bar.
Like apes, they travel in troops and are most active at dusk and during the night. Locals have just accepted the creatures as a fact of life.
Is that
You know,
what
it's just something that exists to them. But until war started, and pushed them out of their natural habitats. So the idea being that they lived in these jungles, and as bombings and fighting happened, it kind of pushed them out to where people had to see them.
Nothing displaces a population like a B-52 bombing run.
Exactly. The most well-known and in-depth published accounts of these enigmatic creatures comes from a book by veteran named Craig P.J. Jorgensen called The Crazy GI, Strange But True Stories of the Vietnam War.
The crazy GI, the rock ape, the crazy GI.
Are you calling Kevin?
No, but
Goddamn right
I'm
you're
just
not.
saying. It was,
I'm going to say Kevin's inching towards that knife right now. You're not going to see it coming. Just like Kevin in the woods.
They couldn't tell after his uniform, wore away. They don't know which branch he's with anymore, except for the call of the Batutut Rock Ape, which is "Hoorah!"
Every rock Kevin threw was stamped with by the U.S. Marine Corps as acceptable ammunition. These rocks will fly perfectly towards the heads of our enemies.
The children are constantly having their crayons turn up missing.
I wonder when crayons was going to come up.
Every year they make an offering to the Rock Ape by leaving out their crayons.
The
at
offering of
sunset.
the Crayola offering.
Yes.
The sacrifice of Crayola.
Oh, man.
So the account from the Crazy GI was that a 6-man unit from the 101st Airborne Division
Pussies.
we're taking a break after a relentless hike through unforgiving mountain terrain, carrying heavy packs. I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm airborne. I gotta walk.
I just jumped out of the plane. Let's put some a light bag.
Even as they rested, they were attuned to the surrounding environment, aware that the Viet Cong were everywhere. So they were just kind of like head on a swivel.
Charlie's in the trees, man.
The great call of the Batutu. Pussies. Pussies. Get out. Walk farther.
Exhausted and sweat-soaked, some trees located around the 15 yards uphill then reportedly began to shake violently. It was assumed that it was the enemy. The soldiers prepared their weapons and trained an eye on the suspicious jostling trees.
I was very horny. I had to take myself in hand. It's like Brian. Master onanist.
Is that why there was the Batutus were yelling, oh, oh, oh.
As they sat and wait,
as they lie in wait.
They notice an oblong head with face covered in reddish hair and possessing a huge mouth and dark, deep-set eyes.
I changed my theory. I changed my theory. It's Brian.
Why are you looking at me now?
That description is Brian.
Why are you looking at me now? They
An
traveled.
oblong head covered in reddish hair, a large mouth.
They traveled in troops, though. Kevin could have been there too.
True.
Me and Kevin were running together.
I mean,
Batutus in the jungles of Vietnam and Laos.
It is likely, though, that it could also be a form of gorilla that's undiscovered, because, I mean, weren't, like, mountain gorillas not discovered until, like,
Oh, we get into
1980
that,
something?
yeah.
I mean...
So I don't know, because the tribes in the area had talked about not only, this has existed forever, but
the
other
tribes or villages?
or villages, whatever.
Are the Vietnamese a tribal people?
I thought
No.
at one point in these notes it was referred to as tribes. But if
I-
I'm wrong,
I have no
apologize.
idea.
There's
I have
tribes
no
in
idea.
Vietnam.
Are there
There.
tribes?
The Hmongs probably the most famous of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that. The more
Um,
you know, right?
We have tribes in America.
Not really.
whiskey tribe.
Not really.
Yeah, we do, left and right.
Okay,
Red
moving
and
on.
blue.
Shut up. Just shut the hell up.
That's all they're talking about on the news these days, is that everything is tribalism now. So, I mean, technically we have
How do you think
tribes.
the actual American tribes feel about
I don't
giving
know.
us a bad name?
I
over here.
feel like that's not a great term to use when they say it's developed into tribalism. Like,
Does that mean- Does that mean
tribes a
Could
bad
Washington
name?
become the Washington Tribes instead of the Washington Football Club? Which is
What did they change the name of the?
Washington Football Club.
Is that really what it's
I
called
think
now?
that's what they called it.
Well, that sounds like a soccer team.
Yeah. I think I think it's WFC on their logo now.
Oh,
So,
I don't know. Did they ever even change it?
I
yeah.
didn't care beforehand. I just still don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care.
That's why
either.
people still make fun of them, because they're pussies.
Pussy.
Pussy.
I don't like that word.
You haven't been
Moist.
getting any.
Except for in the context of Gilbert Gottfried reading the lyrics. WAP.
Gilbert
In
Gunn.
that wet ass pussy. It's just so funny to hear him say it. Or the Ben Shapiro reading. Where
Oh,
he goes,
that one
where he
was
goes,
great.
Wet ass P word.
I am a good Jewish boy. Do you want me to read WAP?
No.
Okay.
Okay, John, don't derail us.
Deep set eyes emerge from the bush. The Star Soldiers witness as a strange creature step from the underbrush to reveal a 5 foot tall. So it's already not Brian.
Wait, what?
5 foot tall.
Well, you said 6 foot earlier.
Yeah, but these are different eyewitness accounts that all give different height for the creature. Yeah, I know. Muscular
to sound so
frame enveloped with the
disappointed.
same matted red hair. Yeah, I guess maybe.
I don't have red hair.
You have a reddish tint to your hair.
Yeah, but it's not red.
Get out of the
No,
basement
but you're-
more, you could line
Well,
up.
you're a complicated specimen, Brian,
Because
because
he's also not an oblong head. It's
Well,
not a
no.
rectangle.
because he almost falls in the ginger categories. And
What?
in that, listen, so there's the ginger categories. There's the daywalker, the nightwalker, and the category I invented called the hairy.
The one?
And
Prince
so,
Harry?
No, so you have the daywalker,
God damn it.
which is the person who just has pale skin and red hair. You know, whatever. You have the nightwalker, which is the one with the red hair, but also completely covered head to toe in freckles. Those are common terms. Everybody knows daywalker and nightwalker. But the
Nope.
hairy ginger
That's just
is those
you.
people who are covered in freckles, have brownish red hair, and for some reason a whole lot of body hair. But see, Brian does not have a whole lot of body hair, which is where he kind of falls out of the category.
That's because I keep
But
shaving
he
him.
is covered in freckles and
Kevin,
has brownish red hair.
Don't tell people.
Okay, then.
Why was this relevant?
Because you said you don't have red hair like the
Classification
Batutut.
of your genus?
My genus? I'm a human being, John.
Well,
Debatable.
You guys are assholes. This is because I haven't seen Kevin in a while. You're just a dick, and
I'm always
I don't
a
know
dick.
enough about you.
I'm
that's
just
because you
trying to
never
do
answer the
episode.
phone when I call.
Jason's
You never call.
I call, but you've
sweet
never
boy.
answered my call. You've not answered a call from me since I've known you because you know what's going to happen when you do.
You're gonna moan. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Sorry,
hear as
myself.
soon as I answer, and you're just gonna go, Okay, I'm done. You're gonna hang up.
Jason's a sleeper dick. Like, so, like, Jason's like one of the nicest people I know. Like, he's just a super sweetheart. But then every once in a while, he'll get one. You know, he'll come up with something that's like, "Oh, that is brutal." You know? He'll just sit on it, and then he'll wait for his turn to speak, and then he'll just drop some bile. Like,
Okay.
Don't give away his secrets, bud.
yeah.
I lie in wait, waiting to strike. So basically, this thing comes into the clearing, and it's standing on two legs. The soldiers thought maybe it was a large ape, but not. Maybe like an orangutan, but orangutans are not native to Vietnam. They actually stood there and argued as the creature sat there and just watched them, and then got bored and walked away.
Kevin.
It's a Marine watching a bunch of Army guys argue with each other.
Come on, let's do something exciting here.
Yeah.
Get those pants off. Let's go.
Although it could be a certain man that we used to work with, who I won't name on
Yes,
the
you will.
podcast for
Otherwise
the
we won't
internet.
know.
No, I won't name him
Give me
because
a first
he's not
name.
involved in this. His first name was John.
Fuck.
And
That
he
doesn't help.
actually got court-martialed in Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
I'm assuming that's the guy that's no longer there.
Yes, the man who retired, the nicest man in the world, who got court-martialed in Vietnam because he had like a necklace of fingers.
Look, that's just good accessorizing.
Maybe it's him. That was crazy when I learned that, though. I could not believe it.
Forgot all about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Have you seen the pictures of him, like from back in Vietnam days?
No.
Oh man, he looks like Rambo.
I think the audience would really love to hear this conversation if you could just talk into the fucking mic.
I'm trying.
You'll learn eventually.
It takes a minute.
I'll ASMR it for you if that's what you'd like.
You want me to shoot him? I can just whip it out right now and shoot him.
Whip what out?
I don't think
My
any of that got
dick
picked up anyway.
pistol. It'll take a minute to load it, but I'll get there.
Keep that Derringer in your pants.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Derringer.
I never said it was big. I just said it was a dick pistol.
Oh,
Yes,
on that disappointment.
At least it's a Derringer 45. It's short and thick. It's chonky.
Old pie plate dick over there.
I got that octagonal barrel.
It does have hard angles, doesn't it?
I always did say I like hard angles.
Firing around a corner.
I trick shot it to the left.
Wanted. Curve the bullet.
Can hit you right in the face from the other side of the room at a 90-degree angle.
Well, now that's just impressive.
Excellent control.
It's not a lot, but it's one shot.
In one 1968 account from the jungle veteran Robert Baird's diary, he described an
The
incident.
jungle veteran.
Oh no, I didn't. I put next to no effort into these notes. Describes an incident in which his unit began hearing inexplicable noises along the outer perimeter of their camp
Oh, yeah.
late at
That's
night. Still Kevin. Not knowing what they were hearing. I know. I was struggling here today.
Let's get some vocal fry in there.
John, fucking stop.
Sorry.
I'm not getting uncomfortable. I'm getting annoyed.
Get horny.
A Mexican American
Is that what
corporal
I'm doing,
nicknamed
Brian? Am I-
Poncho. Are you really going to talk?
Sorry,
talk
Brian.
of-
Brian, am I making you horny?
No. No, I don't.
Okay.
Anyway,
I didn't like it when you slipped into bed with me.
Hey, let Jason continue.
Oh, fuck you.
A Mexican-American corporal nicknamed Poncho took it upon himself.
Oh, come on.
That's what the fucking
Come
diary says.
on.
This is
I didn't make
This
this
is
up.
Vietnam. You're lucky that was his
I'm
nickname.
gonna say they could have got more imaginative with it.
Oh, man.
Took it upon himself to go out to investigate in the evening. Poncho determinedly march up.
Did he have a name, or did you only get the nickname?
It's from this guy's diary, and it's only the nickname.
I feel like most of our Vietnam accounts are from diaries. What was that book about Vietnam?
You want to fucking narrow it down just a little bit?
No, because there's just like that one book, the things they carried. Is that Vietnam? Is that about Vietnam? Anybody know?
Yeah, I met the author
Did you?
when he was in Vietnam with me.
Nice. The things
Just shit in your
They
hand and shit
carried-
up, throwing it at people.
is about the Vietnam War. Yeah, there's the things they carried.
Cool.
Okay.
Don't care.
Never read it.
Yeah, you did. Well, you were told to.
No, I didn't.
You were told to.
Never read it.
I know you didn't, but you were told to. It's okay. I didn't either.
I read Black Hawk Down.
I've never seen Black Hawk Down.
I said I read it.
Well, I'm just saying I've never seen the movie Black Hawk Down, and I know that that's like one of those classics, and I love military movies, but I've never seen Black Hawk Down.
Kevin can tell you about it.
Yeah.
Kevin was there.
Yeah, he was.
Weren't you actually genuinely there during that?
I think he
there's
was.
a reason that movie's not about Marines getting ambushed. Because when we went in, we kicked their ass.
Yeah, there
We
were.
left. Oh, Army's in. Let's fucking play with him a little bit.
But like, for real, let's be serious. Like, you were actually there, weren't you?
No, he
No,
was
no.
there before the incident by a couple weeks.
Or after?
Before.
Before?
Because the Marines were there before the Deltas and Rangers showed up.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was
the
what
Marines went. They were
You were a
Clinton.
walking piece of history.
a walking piece of something.
You know what, though? I patted
Diabetes.
myself on the back the other day
Why?
because I remembered to say something to Kevin on Veterans Day.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, the other two fuckers forgot me.
I didn't. I put my flag out.
I fucking gotta give a shit.
To
what
be
you
fair,
do.
it's not that hard to remember because Kevin is like the only veteran I know and talk to regularly. I know veterans, but like Kevin's the only one I talk to regularly.
I figured out there was another atrocity committed during war on my birthday.
Well, okay, to be fair, Kevin is the only legitimate veteran I know.
What?
He's the only actual combat veteran I know. The only other veterans I know are either National Guard or were discharged before they ever saw any action.
Jesse, are you telling people lies in there?
No, Jesse does not actually consider himself a veteran.
I know.
Why?
He said that because he said he doesn't feel right calling himself a veteran since he's only National Guard.
And
Well,
he only,
he's correct.
he only works on the trucks,
See,
too.
as a non-military person, I would consider someone of National Guard to be a veteran, but I do understand the respect that he shows to active duty service members.
Because he'll get
and
his ass whooped.
he does not claim himself to
And
be a veteran.
The only thing worse than a National Guard person
Air
is
Force.
someone who's in the Coast Guard reserves.
Well, to be fair, though,
Don't even put a uniform on. Put your pants, put your jeans and a t-shirt on.
well, to be fair, though, like, because it's hard to say blanket like National Guard because there's a lot of people who were active duty in a branch for a long time and then have become National Guard as a sort of semi-retirement.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah, you know, but since he's only ever been National Guard, he doesn't consider himself a veteran.
Well, I'll tell you right now. You can tell him from me. I don't consider him a veteran either.
Oh, by the way, I heard something on the radio recently that a Marine should never be referred to as a soldier.
God
Why?
damn right.
So what is the correct vernacular? Is it just Marine? Or
Yeah.
is there an actual, like, is there a word? Is it seaman? I know that's Navy.
It's Marine.
I'd like to call you seaman.
You go ahead. I'll pull that fucking beard out one hair at a time.
I thought
Yeah, that's
one
what I thought,
chunk at a
though.
time.
It's just like Marine.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, not to plug another podcast here,
Yeah, because why would you?
because who cares? It's one of the biggest podcasts there is.
Right.
So for a long time, I've listened to my brother, and me, and they have a fan who they have had, what's the word? Correspondence with a lot throughout the years by the name of Tristan the Marine. And I kind of thought it was funny because my cousin Tristan is now a Marine. And so now I'm like, oh, he's Tristan the Marine, but he'll never get that reference.
And neither will we.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, it's pretty cool because he's a Marine sniper.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's not a lot of those.
Well, I seem to meet those motherfuckers all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Usually, you hear all the time about how you met a Marine sniper.
He's one of those people, though. You know those people that everything just seems to fall in line?
Like my sister.
No, like he...
Oh,
I
yes,
remember
you did.
he got into archery briefly and could split an arrow. Like
Too
Robin
good at
Hood.
it. I'm bored.
He got into trick water skiing and like was performing in shows and going off ramps and stuff and like doing flips on water skis. He's one of those people who like everything he tries he's really good at. And so then he joined the Marines and now he's a Marine sniper and I'm like, of course.
What up, God
You
Emperor?
know what I mean? It's one of those people.
Yeah, I'd say my family's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Stationary,
Well, no,
rock-like.
I wouldn't say your family. I'd just say you, Jason. I'd say you're
Well-
cursed.
Well, I got Uncle Tim that fell off an oil rig.
What?
Down into, he was
Into
working
the
on-
water?
No, into the ground.
Tell me about that Uncle Bobby.
So Uncle Bobby,
Touched you.
what? Fuck off.
That was Uncle Ralph.
So he was concerned because his wife started working as a forensic photographer. And he's like, I don't want you working in crime
Oh,
scenes.
okay, so this is way more interesting than Uncle Bobby.
Yeah. So he was also a truck driver. And he's like, I don't want you working with the police. I don't want you, in the way of danger. And what happens to him? He pulls into a gas station and walks in because he was a truck driver. I don't know if I said that already, but he pulls into a gas station, walks in as it's being robbed and gets shot in the head.
Did he die?
No.
I know that's a dumb question. Because usually, but...
No,
No.
it glanced off the side of his head. We always said he had a thick skull.
Oh, so
And
he
proved
didn't
it.
get shot in the head. He got shot by the head.
Yeah, I mean, it left. He got stitches, but yeah. So it's like not the luckiest of families because he also went in. The joke with him was he went into the grave a foot at a time.
Mhm.
Because first, diabetes took his foot, and his other foot, and then
Everything
eventually
going
everything
on.
else. So yeah, not the luckiest of families.
See, I think walking on clouds runs in my family. Everything always just falls in place. Everything always works out.
Let's see.
Everything's always okay. I'm good at most things that I try.
Let's see how you feel in 20 years when you're at your son's trial.
We actually talked about that a few episodes ago. My son is probably
A psychopath.
I want to see your bones.
Well, to be fair, look who's dad is. I think he'll manage.
Look at the
it.
people you surrounded your son with in his early
I
developmental
think
years.
I think that he will be functioning like me.
He's
He'll,
gonna be
he'll
another
bury
Dexter.
the thoughts. Bury him.
Okay, so we got Dad.
I had a really
John?
hard conversation with Alicia one night.
Was it about murdering me again?
No, I've never talked about murdering you, Brian.
Alicia has.
Look at me.
Alicia's
I-
thought about how to murder me.
I
You
lo-
told me about it.
I love you.
I know.
But no, I had a conversation with her. We were talking about cannibalism, and I was like, I do get it. And, I just thought it was an interesting conversation we were having, and she got really upset and took it really seriously. But I was like, I know, I understand it. I understand why somebody would eat someone. And
Just not your wife.
no, it's about possession.
What?
It's about possession and control.
Of another person?
Yes.
By eating them?
Yes.
That just means you're the better.
Eating
Predator.
the people shows him the bright white light.
No. Okay. So like, it's a lust thing.
Oh, so it's sexual.
Oh, well,
Not necessarily,
well, it is because there's a
Lust
whole
is not
category
always
called
sexual.
vor, but yeah,
but the idea that to have total ownership of a person,
To eat them and shit them
to
out?
eat them, to make them a part of you.
Do you eat the poo poo
To
get the experience again?
no,
No? No, eat the poo poo?
no. The digestion is just not acknowledged.
I ate you. You are now mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the idea of taking possession of somebody forever.
Is that what you're thinking about doing to Alicia?
That's basically what people are doing. Like when they eat somebody, that's kind of my thinking. Is that they're just like, you know what, like you are
So
mine forever.
could you
I've
put
eaten
cremated
you.
remains in a salt shaker then?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same to eat
You
cremated
gotta take it out of
remains.
the bag and sprinkle them.
It's like the idea, like Kevin and I had this conversation about
Salt
how it's
bag.
much more personal to kill somebody with a knife.
Yeah,
Because
I
there's
had
a
that conversation
physical
with you.
connection.
You get to savor all the little emotions.
Yeah, like there's a personal connection there.
Wait,
That's why
did
you
you have
can't
that conversation
just
with
like
him or me?
use somebody's ashes
Or
as
both.
seasoning. You have to actually eat them.
You realize that's a line from the Joker, right?
No, I had a real conversation about why killing people with guns and knives is a very different
It is a
feeling.
very different thing because the gun is disconnected.
Yeah. We had like an hour-long conversation with that one.
Kevin was there.
A gun's just a really
Was he there?
long knife.
Yeah. No, it's not.
No,
You're putting a hole in a person from a distance.
the joke is a bullet not just a high-velocity knife.
It is.
Gun is just a massive hunk of metal until fired.
Even
So
when
the
fired,
Batutut.
it's still a hunk of metal.
No, but it's a hot hunk of metal.
Slightly warmer. So Batutut.
Yeah.
Rounding back. Kevin, you look annoyed.
Basically, a lot of these come down
Well-
to like either the creature would be hyper violent and try and bash their heads in with rocks, or it would just get bored and walk away.
God, that sounds like Kevin.
Also very. Did they forget the detail
He
of very
could be
rapey?
hyper violent and bash your head in, or he could just get bored and walk off. That sounds like Kevin.
The Batutut, very very rapey. Watch your foxhole.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling it.
It's like I could do something here, but
Pretty,
Nah.
I'm pretty bored.
that jungle over there.
He gives him one good bash in the head, and he's like, "Yeah, you know what? Thought I was into it today, but not really."
Come back next week.
He's sitting there trying to pick up the rock like, man, I'm just
Creating
not
clients
feeling
one strike at a time, right, Kevin?
Well, we just had another one die. Need to create another one.
Giving people brain damage and then taking care of them.
Well, that's the hero complex, right, or whatever.
I don't know. It
Causing-
always makes me think about the Sixth Sense.
Why?
I know I hate to bring back the Sixth Sense again, but
What?
Spoilers.
no, the whole thing
Is it
with
the
that-
mom
yeah,
poisoning
the
the
mom
girl to take
poisoning.
care of her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a formative movie
No, it's not.
for me.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that movie
That's a
was
bad
just.
movie.
I saw that movie at a really young age.
It's not. It's like
I
watching.
mean, I saw it and I was like, okay, and then just moved on. It wasn't anything that really impacted me.
Yeah, but you were like 30 when the Sixth Sense came out.
Fuck you. No.
The Sixth Sense, Signs, they're all the same. Like
Oh,
they're all
Dude.
stupid.
No, Signs, man. When I was a kid, Signs really freaked me out.
Yeah, until you realize.
But like as an adult, no, that movie is hilarious.
No, I
But
tried
as
to
a
watch that
kid-
with my dad, and as soon as it turned out that water is like they're mortal, and it's like so, I could get a bunch of 8-year-olds with super soakers and
Well,
kick
yeah.
the fuck out of these
But
aliens.
I mean, how do you figure that out? And why is that a consistent thing in movies? Wasn't that also an issue in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise?
no, it was
No.
bacteria.
It wasn't bacteria. I thought it was water.
it was like
It was
a bacteria or a virus. Well, the idea that
Their
rain
immune systems
and it
weren't.
brought things down in the rain. I don't know. It was super not.
Well, it depends.
well
Maybe
developed.
It was basically Signs
No,
with
'cause
Tom
it was
Cruise.
still
Tom Cruise,
viruses or
Signs
bacteria.
2.
No,
No. War of the Worlds was we have no way to defeat them with our technology, but they're not of this planet.
Tom
They-
Cruise
they were
made
the-
a War of the Worlds movie?
Yeah, it was actually pretty
Oh,
cool.
shit.
It was
Really?
this,
You've never
years ago.
seen that?
I remember watching the original.
Yeah,
No,
back-
it's like
back
the
in
only
World War
Tom
I.
Cruise movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it was like
You
we were
watched The Mummy?
so there was
no,
nothing we had that could beat them.
I have seen
Like they show
3.
you like tanks can't do anything, planes can't do anything. All of the technology we have, even the experimental stuff, couldn't stop them. And it was just the hopeless race to escape. And at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, they're just dying now. Turns out, oh, we don't have like an air filter in our fucking giant tripod. So they got hay fever and died.
So I've only ever seen 3
And it
Tom
was-
Cruise movies.
Yeah, the whole thing was it's like, oh, the aliens came to our planet. We had no way to stop them, but they couldn't stop like bacteria from killing them.
once you get him started in motion, he just doesn't stop, does he? No.
That one
But
don't
also
bring up
wasn't-
shit.
Brian is living inertia.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Man,
bitch, I'm the
of all the
Juggernaut.
superpowers, like that, I wish I had.
Inertia.
I know that's dumb.
No, it's
But I
not. You
think
could just
it'd
run
be
a straight
so
line
cool
through everything.
to be Juggernaut and like be unstoppable, just be able to run through brick walls and stuff.
Yeah, you can
You ever
just
see that guy on
I'm just gonna
Stanley's
run through-
Superheroes?
No.
Oh man, he was the real-time Juggernaut. He ran through an unmortared brick wall. He ran through a flimsy wooden door. The man was unstoppable.
I've run through an unmortared brick wall before.
Who could not?
Bam Margera skated through 8 drywall walls. You remember that in Jackass 3?
Yeah, he also has a weakness, though, just like a superhero.
Pelvis.
Snakes.
Oh,
Kryptonite.
I was going to ask
Snakes
some
are
of
his
his
kryptonite.
chemical dependencies. But
Also,
okay.
genetics not great.
yeah, he's got the same weakness as Indiana Jones.
No, he just looks like Phil now.
Is he fat? Did
Yeah.
man get fat?
Yeah, but like it's sad.
Is it?
He's had a hard life.
What happened to his wife?
Oh yeah, a
do you
hard
mean?
life. He has like how many like these stupid fancy cars? He can just
Okay, so he has
The
stupid
whole-
fancy cars, but he earned those through a whole lot of pain and a lot of struggle. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a huge fan or anything, but I mean, like, that's a tough life.
Well, I thought most
Making
of it
your
came
money that
from
way.
being a skateboarder
Most of it did.
because you don't see like Steve-O being
Whatever
like, living it up
happened
like
to
that.
that? You remember those old days, back in those days when like there were skateboarders making like tens of millions of dollars like for being pro skateboarders, and I feel like now I can't name you a single pro skateboarder that.
That's because you don't pay attention to it like you used to.
No, it's because
No, because they were a huge part of pop culture back then.
Right.
Now they're not.
it's one of those cultural jobs that it's a fad to take.
Like YouTube.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, YouTubers and Twitch streamers have replaced skateboarders.
That's no,
Yes,
because the coolness factor is just not there
I don't know
with
YouTubers.
the Twitch streamers.
For
Oh,
10-year-olds,
maybe not
it
Twitch.
is.
Maybe not Twitch, but
but like,
YouTubers.
I don't know.
Fans,
about that.
only fans.
No, that's just gross.
That's where all the
is-
kids are going to see all their important people
That's just gross.
in their parts.
No.
5-year-old with a little Visa debit card. Just, I'm going to get Telltale Fiends OnlyFans.
I'm not.
And see that
I'm not
ass.
fond of the entire premise of OnlyFans. I think
It's porn. That's all it is.
That's exactly what it is, and
It's
they dress
paid
it up
for.
as empowerment, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, but they just have no storyline.
You're old school. That's
Old
right.
school. Kevin, that pizza has to
You
get
need a
delivered.
delivery boy.
Where is the plumber?
Give me a fantasy, will you?
Kevin can't just jump into it like that.
Exactly. At some point, I'd like to see both of them crying.
When videos came out, Kevin was like, "They turned the pages for me."
No, he went to the peep shows where he had to put a quarter in, and then you could see the woman dancing on the other side of the wall.
And the eye contact was so important at that
It
time.
wasn't. It
Watch
wasn't.
my shame.
It wasn't
Watch my
one-way
shame.
glass. They didn't discover one-way glass yet. And Kevin's just dead eyeing her, just right in.
I'm
Now-
knocking on it, trying to get real close to it.
I saw a thing, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently you can tell if a mirror is a two-way mirror
By
putting
touching it.
your. Yeah, is that true?
Yeah.
I saw a thing where somebody went into the bathroom at their bar and they touched it, and it was obviously a two-way mirror right next to the toilet.
You figured that out when you went and spent the night at your uncle's?
No, it's one of those things that I don't know. I just like knowing random things. But a normal mirror, you'll have a plane of glass, and then the mirror and
Pane.
finish on the other side of it.
Mhm.
So when you touch it, there'll be a gap between the reflection of your finger and your finger. With a one-way mirror, that finishes on the side that is mirrored, and not on the side that is being seen through. So when you touch it, your finger, the reflection of your finger and your finger will be touching.
But your bathroom mirror did that.
I
You
it's how I
watching
get a little
me?
extra money on the
Mm.
from my neighbor. You
You're
know.
filming us while we go.
It's the OnlyFans account. See these guys peeing.
No,
Make
I-
fun of them.
Hey, if we get any sort of following, Growlers and Gremlins OnlyFans.
Starring Kevin. John's a photographer.
Oh no,
Oh, yes.
Hey, we got the cursed camera, so
we do. We have a cursed camera.
Oh, naked ghosts.
no. I mean, we own a.
Let's go to
we have a cursed camera, and when we get Brian's clothes off, we'll have cursed images.
We're going to take our cursed camera to Gettysburg. We're going to take pictures. See all the ghosts that are fucking with people.
I don't know. You know, the whole thing about ghosts on pictures, like when you take a picture and picking up a ghost, I feel like that's kind of broken now with digital cameras.
Yeah, because the ghost is like, fuck, I can't be all blurry anymore and scary looking. What the fuck?
Well, and I learned one night. I took a picture in the middle of the night at a cemetery. And it was a camera where after you'd take the picture, it would appear briefly on the digital screen, you know, before letting you take another picture. And I took a picture that scared me so much I ran away. And then I realized...
That's my breath.
That was my breath.
Because I'm retarded.
I picked up my breath. It's cold outside. So it's just kind of, you know, made me upset about ghost
Didn't you
pictures.
give that
And
picture
like every
to
time
somebody?
Every time
and
I
then
see
told them it was a ghost just to fuck with them?
No, that was
You still have that picture, Brian?
that was some fake EVPs
Yeah.
that I did, and that person. Well, okay, let me tell the story.
That person killed themselves
No,
Thank God.
because of what John did.
Okay, so when I was young, we used to go ghost hunting for fun, and this is about ghost hunting. That's what the story is about. And there was a cemetery near my parents' house that was super creepy. All the graves were like 200 years old. It was just really strange. And there was this guy I knew who was really, really into that kind of stuff, like really into ghost hunting. So we were like...
I almost wonder if this fits into Brian's episode better.
Me and my friend...
Okay, just saying.
It doesn't. Because John's telling it already.
Me and my friend told
So we're going
You
with
can't
it.
interrupt the flow of a story. If I'm going off track, I'm going off track.
We've been off track for the last 6 stations.
Me and a friend told this guy, hey, we have just the place. This place is so scary. We've been here a bunch of times, and we've seen some weird stuff. So we go to this cemetery. We take him. He's really excited, and he brings this fancy little tape recorder. Well, digital audio recorder, but, you know, tape recorder. And we take him to this cemetery, and we decide, like, you know, he brings this recorder because he wants to pick up some EVPs. So we tell him, like, all right, well, let's all try to, like, split up, and we'll take turns with the tape recorder. We'll see what we can pick up, you know? So me and my friend ran off with this tape recorder, and we whispered some creepy stuff into it, you know, kind of vaguely on the wind. And we were like, yeah, no, we didn't really hear anything. And then, you know, after we spent like an hour or so in this cemetery, we went back, and he uploaded all the audio to his computer, and he's like, all right, let's analyze the audio. And then he found the fake EVPs we created. He got so scared that his eyes were watering. He could not believe what he had found. He thought it was the most incredible discovery. He had proof of ghosts. I told him like a week later that we made it up. He was so upset he almost cried, and he never spoke to me again. But that's that
Nice.
story.
Nice family story there.
It was a nice family story. He lived in my parents' basement at the time. This guy.
You almost got your parents killed, didn't you?
No, my parents just have this habit of letting people live in their basement.
Yeah, they asked me to live there at one point. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll find somewhere else.
Oh, well. I feel like I'm really quiet. I'm watching my waveform.
Because you are.
And I feel like it's really low, and I'm talking at a pretty good volume.
But the problem is you also go very loud, too.
Yes, I do. But the more I drink, the quieter I may get.
All right, I bumped you up a little bit.
Bump me.
Yeah.
Brian, can you stop that? It's disgusting.
No!
You know,
We need to get back on track.
if I had a sense of smell right now, I'd probably be upset.
Hey, you
I have
said you were
zero.
symptom-free.
Well,
Hey,
that's
so-
like a residual effect that's from damage to your neurons as a
Well, we
result
already
of the
knew you were
virus.
damaged.
Kevin, you hear that?
It could take a long
Brain damage.
time.
Yeah, a new client.
No, it's interesting, though. I looked
Come
it
on.
up. Apparently,
Come on.
it could take a very long time or may never come back.
That means he's
My
just
sense
gonna,
of smell.
he's gonna shit himself so hard, just all the time, and not even realize it.
Well, the weirdest thing is that I can't smell my coffee in the morning.
No, he's going to be like, oh,
So-
wow, it was silent and sentinel.
I know it's
and everyone else is just gagging.
It's hard to imagine, but like try drinking coffee when you can't smell it.
I don't have coffee.
It's really weird.
I don't drink coffee.
Can't
Thanks-
smell bacon
Thanks for
either.
clarifying that.
What,
Let's
me
go.
or John?
You. I
Kevin's,
don't drink coffee.
Kevin's pushing the button.
You're damn right I am.
Stop it. Not here.
So the Batutut Rock Ape.
Yeah. Basically,
That's,
there's accounts of them attacking troops, attacking locals.
Sounds like there's just a bunch of assholes that throw rocks at people
Yeah.
that should be killed.
Get off my lawn.
But some of the ideas around, that go around are like what this could have been. Things like the snub-nosed monkey or Dahlman's snub-nosed monkey. I'm not going to attempt the
The
scientific
genus.
name because fuck that. It's one of the largest native primate species in Vietnam, and people are like, maybe it's one of these.
You know what? I have a thought.
Oh, Jesus.
What if it's a panda with mange?
A kung fu panda that throws rocks.
Yeah. Panda with mange. It gets
But
super
it is
aggressive.
covered in hair.
It could. They said it's red hair. They could just be seeing it from a distance, and it's all just fleshy and
What?
disgusting and red.
Or it could be a red panda, which is another animal.
But those are like raccoon sized.
yeah, but they're cute.
The panda
Until they get
with
mange.
mange that throws rocks at people.
Do pandas live in Vietnam? I thought they were native to China.
They're in Asia. They could make their way places.
Yeah, they're going to run towards the combat.
Hey, fucking, who knows? Panda with mange, fearless, running in there, killing Vietnamese.
Mange is not rabies.
So
Maybe
it's
they-
rabies and mange, and it's just on a tirade of.
It's mangies.
It's menses.
Is that a panda with mange?
That's a hairless panda.
It looks like a polar bear.
Like someone.
That looks like a Batutut Rock Ape right there.
Well, okay, then maybe we got this already figured out. It's a panda with mange. That
Why do we always
Oh
go
my
to
god, what the
mange?
fuck is that?
I'm a hairless panda.
For audio listeners, it's a picture of a hairless panda.
you're gonna have to put that on the
I thought that
Instagram.
was thought that was you, Kevin, with a mask on.
I'm a bandit. Anyway.
I didn't recognize that as a panda. I thought it was like a possum.
Exactly. You thought it was a hairless man running around Vietnam throwing rocks at people.
Animals do look really unsettling without their hair. And for people, it's the eyebrows.
Oh yeah, you shave
You know what
someone's
I mean?
eyebrows off.
Like you shave somebody's head, no big deal. But you shave their eyebrows off? Weird. Like, that's the unsettling thing. Like, animals have full body fur. Human fur is the eyebrow.
Who the fuck am I thinking about that doesn't have... Oh,
Anthony
Evan.
Kerrigan, maybe? Or
Evan.
Oh, Evan. Yeah,
Evan has no
Well,
eyebrows.
because he has alopecia.
yeah, and he looks like a fucking egg.
Who's that other actor? There's Anthony Kerrigan, and then there's the one that was in Alice in Wonderland.
Johnny Depp.
No. He has alopecia. He's British, kind of pudgy.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
What about that sounded like Benedict Cumberbatch?
I don't know. He's the only English actor I can think of.
Benedict
That isn't
Cumberbatch.
Idris Elba.
Benedict Cumberbatch is the only English actor you can think of.
Benedict
Idris
Cumberbatch
Elba?
looks like an otter.
Idris Elba.
Idris
Is the
Elba,
only, I
that's
think I can
another
think
one.
of Daniel. Is Daniel Craig British?
Yes.
Okay, then 3.
So is Daniel Radcliffe.
Harry Potter asshole.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I mean,
Sorry, I don't pay attention to
You
these.
masturbate him
You
to
don't
so
know who
often.
Harry Potter is?
Well, I know who he is. He's a little shit ass.
No, he's Harry Potter.
No, he's a shit ass. Harry Potter is a dickhead. He killed more people than the story gave him credit for.
What?
Why-
Harry Potter didn't kill anyone.
What about that first teacher he fucking, like, hands death? Burning fingered his face off. Just killed that guy.
What Harry Potter movies were you watching?
Sorcerer's Stone. In the first movie, he touched that guy and turned him into dust.
He's right. The Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher that had Voldemort on the back of his head.
Girl.
So the first Harry
Cool.
Potter movie, we've kind of glossed over it, but it really was about a child
Yeah.
murdering his teachers.
Yeah, he murdered
All of
teacher.
Harry Potter is really about...
No.
school shooting. Yeah, promotes it. See, Harry kills another student.
It's
with
always
a-
his defense against the dark arts teacher.
Yeah, usually.
No, I mean, because he saves the one, Mad Eye Moody. He was locked in a
Yeah,
crate.
he really only killed the one.
Who else was Dark?
He killed Cedric Diggory. Not yeah.
He
was at fault for Cedric Diggory's death.
what was the one that memory wiped? The asshole that was like a celebrity.
Yeah.
But that was his own fault. That wasn't.
That
Harry
was
didn't do
Chamber
that.
of Secrets guy. I don't remember what his name was.
Lupin.
Tom Riddle.
Lupin was
Tom Riddle.
No.
Nope. That's the Chamber of Secrets guy.
No, Tom Riddle was Voldemort.
Yeah, but did you see the
No,
look on his
we're
face
talking about
when he
the
stabbed
Defense
that book?
Against the Dark Arts teacher in Chamber of Secrets.
That's
He was
the
like a
memory
celebrity guy, reddish hair.
He didn't do anything to him. Dude wiped his own
Lupin
eye.
was in the third movie.
Are you looking it up?
No, we may not be recording.
Oh no!
Did your computer just die?
Oh no! Oh no!
Motherfucker, stop messing with things. That gets picked up. You can hear that in the microphone.
It looks like we've been recording.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
Stop
what-
that!
I want to hear it. I didn't wear my. There we go.
It's a horrible sound.
You are a horrible sound.
I am a horrible sound.
Yeah, but Harry Potter introduces and condones child murder.
I think overall we're all going to be really quiet.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility, but we
See,
try.
you get some big old bumps in them waves if you get
John,
real
fucking
close.
knock it off.
But otherwise, it's pretty quiet.
Nobody
Right.
cares. What were we talking about before the Harry Potter murder?
The Batutut.
Yeah, vaguely.
Vaguely.
What does Batutut mean?
That's,
Rock Ape.
Yeah, Rock Ape.
Is that
Or I don't know if that one's the Rock Ape or if that one is Jungle People. One of them means that.
jungle people?
Mm-hmm.
Get your eyeballs off me, Brian.
That doesn't sound great.
It's what I found online, but
Them damn dirty Batutus.
Would you like me to tell you what we
I
call
feel like
them?
almost every country has a jungle people.
yeah,
For us, it's like the Appalachians. That would be like the jungle
that's
people.
the mountain people.
Would be
Yeah.
the jungle people.
Yeah, we don't have
right?
jungles here. We have
Sure,
actually we
do.
have all kinds of jungle. We got the desert people, the mountain people, the bayou people.
Yeah, we got the bayou. That's kind of the jungle of America.
If you want to call Southwest California a different kind of people, I would go with it.
Southwest California,
Yeah, San Diego,
San
Los
Diego.
Angeles.
Are they?
Those are different kinds of people.
Are they?
Yes, they're the asshole variety.
Anyway,
I only say that because the dude on rollerblades hit me and then yelled at me for getting in his way, and I wanted to stab him in the
Well,
chest.
you shouldn't have been in his way. He was on rollerblades.
He should have not run into my back then.
What year was this?
I think 3 years ago.
When is
Who the
I have never seen a person in public on rollerblades.
It was California.
Doesn't make a difference.
It does because that's like a regular thing they do out there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of that in '90s movies that take place in California, but
Have
I've never.
You remember what's his name from Reno 911 on the roller skates?
That was Reno, though.
That I know, but you remember what
But
he
that's,
looked like?
that's not California.
That's not relevant. Do you remember what that guy looked like on the roller skates?
Yes, that was Nick Swardson.
Yeah, they look like that.
They look like Nick Swardson.
They
Have you
look-
seen Nick Swardson lately?
They dress up like Nick Swardson. You're just
Hey,
being an
no,
ass.
No,
Fuck you. You're being an ass.
No, I'm not though. For real, have you guys seen Nick Swardson lately?
No, he's probably dead.
No, he just looks horrible.
Okay, so he might as well be dead.
He was in a movie fairly recently. Of course, it was an Adam Sandler movie. But I watched it and I was like, oh man, he looks rough. He aged poorly.
cool.
Fucking shocker.
Yeah, he aged really poorly.
All right, so
The Wrong Missy. That was the movie.
okay. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
We really needed to know that.
It's a pretty funny movie.
Okay, thank you. One of the reasons why the snub-nosed monkey is not considered one of the to be the Batutut is it has a prominent tail, isn't tall enough,
I was going to say, is it like 3 feet tall?
How long is this episode?
not even as long as yours.
How long is it?
55 minutes, and it's going to be a lot cut out.
Why? We haven't even said any offensive terms as much.
My brain shut down for like 3 minutes, and it's just silence.
Brian didn't even say the N-word this time.
Yeah.
This time,
I
yeah.
didn't say Nancy once.
So it's not a monkey. Another theory was the prominent use of LSD in Vietnam.
You're damn right we did.
Other than that,
How else are you going to make those 80-mile patrols?
but they're saying it's not that because these are all guys that are on patrol and not at recreation. So
I'll show you.
Yeah. I guess
closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts? I've heard the stories. I've seen videos where people are like, "Oh, we caught glances." It's like it's a monkey,
Yeah,
Some kind of
it
big
sounds
monkey.
like Bigfoot, but
Asian Bigfoot
Yeah.
throwing rocks at people, or Kevin naked running around the Vietnamese jungles throwing rocks at people,
Exactly.
beating up army guys.
If you ever suspect that a cryptid or a creature of some sort is a person, all you have to do is look at its penis.
Circumcised.
Humans are the only animal in the animal kingdom that do not have a bone in their penis.
Cats have a bone in their penis.
All
Dogs?
all animals have a bone in their penis, except humans.
That makes their penises like Wolverine's claws. Bone with muscles that push it out.
So you get an adamantium penis if you were an animal, but if you're a human, you don't have a bone in your penis.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
What was the evolutionary advantage to not having a bone in our penis?
I think
Not breaking it.
I think the super retractable capabilities of the human penis.
Everybody's a shower. Nobody's a grower.
anyway,
And on that note,
anybody else have
New
closing
term to
thoughts
boner.
about the Batutut, or this is more penis related?
No, I think it could be pretty likely that it's some dude who got left behind. He was MIA, and
of
then
them. So
it could be a
Why do you keep
whole
thinking-
company that got left
Why do you
behind.
think it's Americans? Why couldn't it just be a bunch of weird Asians?
Body hair?
could have been French then.
Yeah, French.
True.
Dutch.
They were there before us.
Yeah.
what if this is like
Yeah.
the British in World War II and carrots?
You
Where
know what? It
they
could be French because nobody could decipher the language.
Motherfucker, let me talk. But the whole idea that they said that they did to hide the fact that they had a radar system. They said that carrots allowed their pilots to see better in the dark. What if this is instead something like that, where enemy forces are just like, oh yeah, there's rock apes, you got to look out. Like, what if it's just a misinformation campaign?
By the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Rice growers.
Did they really bother with misinformation campaigns or propaganda during the Vietnam War? Because
only in
it
major
seems
cities.
like the Vietnam War was pretty crazy guerrilla warfare.
No, during the bombing campaigns, they'd go up and bomb something small, like a AA position next to a river, and then the next day the cameras from CNN would go up, and there'd be a big pile of rubble and it's like, oh, this used to be a school here, and it's like, we got aerial photos.
Was it CNN? How long has CNN been around?
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
remember that was a thing.
CBS.
Yeah.
But they would do that where it's like, oh, they'd go in and strike something that was a very strategic target, and they would only hit that, but then they'd like haul in debris and dump it just in this big spot and be like, this used to be a hospital and the Americans bombed it, and people would eat it up. It's like, I can't believe the Americans are doing that. It's like, they're not. I mean, they are, but not at the frequency that they're saying.
Let's be honest. It's harder to hit a child in flight, and that takes skill.
Yeah. I mean,
And we are the best.
you can only drop. I mean, that B-52, there is a reason he drops so many. He's like, those kids, they're fucking everywhere down there. They're in the trees. Just take out the trees.
My wife had a relative who was in Vietnam and apparently saw somebody get cut in half by machine gun fire.
My grandfather flew an A6 Skyhawk.
Vietnam was crazy.
He did napalm runs on people. How do you think that made him feel?
Like a man.
Yeah, probably. He never wanted to talk about it.
Maybe-
I asked him once.
Maybe you should ask him what that feels like sometime.
He's dead.
He couldn't stand you. He had to fucking go. I
Brian will
can't.
never learn what it's like to be a man.
I will never. What is it like to burn a man alive from 20,000 feet?
Stop. You're getting the nipples hard now.
Kevin's getting an erection. We gotta calm it down on the child murder. Even if I think that will solve every movie problem that has children in it.
Every movie problem?
Dude, what was I watching?
Daddy Daycare?
No, fuck.
Solve Daddy Daycare with the murder of children, Brian.
Oh, I was watching the fucking
Kindergarten Cop.
I was
What?
watching.
Kindergarten Cop.
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in and mows down all the children. Movie over.
The Terminator not the Terminator, Arnold from the Eraser comes in and just Uzis all the kids. No, I was watching The Mandalorian again, and I just realized how much I hate Yoda. Baby Yoda.
Yeah, eating all those frog babies.
No, not even that. It's just how fucking annoying he is. I'm like, just dump the kid in space. Don't even feel bad about it. Just kill it.
He's adorable, though.
This is the way, Brian.
I don't give a shit about he could have just dropped it.
This is the way.
That dude, it's...
Don't you fucking badmouth the way, you little asshole.
I'm not badmouthing the way. I just hate Yoda. I think he's a little prick.
But he's not Yoda. He is the child.
Whatever. Baby Yoda. Whatever. Who gives
Let me
a
ask you a
shit?
question.
He's a prick.
He's not Baby
you
Yoda.
Do you think that if I was hungry in the jungle, I wouldn't have eaten a baby? You're damn right I would.
You would have eaten that baby if you weren't in the jungle. If you were walking down the streets of New York, you would have been like,
Baby Yoda has nothing to be ashamed of eating those fucking frogs.
I'm not mad about him eating the eggs. I could give two shits. I rewatched the first season. I'm like, this kid is fucking annoying. And they've just made it worse in the first two episodes because it's like, man, he's just even more annoying and trying to be cute. It's like, it's not cute. You're just fucking stupid.
Brian, merchandising.
I don't even think it's that. I think we're seeing he could be going to the light or the dark side of the Force right now, because we've seen him do good things with it, and we've seen him do bad things. Like when he tried to choke that bitch out with a Force choke.
Welcome to the Mandalorian podcast.
Yeah, basically
the officially licensed.
No, it's like
Mandalorian podcast.
I'm gonna say, dude, watching the new episodes, the only thing I want to know is what are the fucking shadow beasts in the first episode that kill that guy?
What are you talking about?
When he goes into the fight ring and kills everybody, and then he hangs that one guy up over the light, and he shoots the light, and all the fucking shadow beasts are there, like ready to rip him apart. And I'm like,
those are those things that we're fighting in the ring.
No.
Yes.
The eyes were like that high off the ground. He was looking at him before he even walked in.
I'm sure it's some extended lore thing that has already been established in a book or
something a real Star Wars
That's-
nerd would get.
That's not real anymore, though. None of that's real.
No, there's a new extended universe after.
You're right. They're just picking and choosing parts of the old universe they want back.
All of it is
that
canon.
bitch.
Yeah.
You just wait till Buzz Lightyear shows up.
Well, they brought Boba back. Did they?
No,
Is he actually back?
And they brought his armor back.
Yeah. So that means he's back because you don't have the armor without Boba.
no, because there's already extended universe lore explaining how that armor got there.
Which
So,
one? In the new one or the old
in the
one?
new extended lore. I
I don't believe it.
think it's comic books or something.
They're just going to keep ripping old ore back in and changing it a little bit and going, we came up with this. It's like, no, you didn't.
I made this.
No, you put your name on it, you dumb bitch.
You know,
Okay. Go
Kevin,
ahead.
Kevin, you have words to say about this.
you know,
I remember how mad you were when you found out that they got rid of that.
no, I'm just, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm going to have to go kick a cat or a baby or something, reestablish my manhood, you nerds.
Oh, fuck you, you nerds. Mr. carrying in your armed case of Marvel figurines.
Yeah. The guy who has a collection of like 2,500 hero clicks.
Wearing a T-shirt with the emblem of DC's Flash as well.
I thought this was an SS symbol.
While wearing his school shooter shoes.
What's he wearing?
School shooter shoes?
Are they Vans?
No.
I don't know what school shooter shoes are.
Clunky black tennis shoes.
Oh, okay. I see them now. See, that's why I couldn't be a school shooter, because I wore boots all the time.
No,
Yeah,
you still fit the fit the
No,
bill.
I have too many friends to be a school shooter.
No, you don't.
When you were in school, you didn't.
Can anyone else see these friends?
He's right there. John's real, right? I'm not the only one hearing this.
I'm not real.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember that day I wore that suit to
I am
school.
like
And
the wind.
I had multiple people come up and ask me, I need to leave.
Well, yeah, because you wore a suit and gloves. Slicked your hair back.
That was the.
And you said, today's the day.
Today's the day!
So, of course, people were
Today's
scared.
the day! I had my little book right here,
Yeah, as a man thinketh.
as a man thinketh, with all my little notes in it.
That's
My grandma.
terrifying.
That was hilarious. I loved that day. I scared so many people.
I think we've gotten everything we can out of this episode.
Yeah. The initial premise
I
was
think we squeezed the pulp out.
No, we picked up a different fruit and started squeezing it.
Yeah, basically. Are you willing to end this episode this time?
If I do. Have fun, everybody.
There we go.